So there's been so much going on and so much exciting new information for me to tell you guys. Let's get right into it. After my freshman season in JUCO, I had 10 offers from D1 schools who were willing to let me play both sides of the ball. Majority of those schools were on the East Coast, but according to my dad, I didn't want to go out too far from home. I needed to be grounded close to home so I could focus on training in school to really get to where I wanted to be. So that narrows the schools down to one, and when it was time to meet up with the coach via Zoom, I think I heard all I needed to hear from him that day.
We know you're talented as a tight end, and the offense is excited to have another threat on that side of the ball. But I have seen some great things from you on defense, and the line that I'm bringing you in on is hungry. And with the addition of your hunger, that line is going to be taken to the next level. I want to offer you a full scholarship for however long you want to be here and play for us. I know this is only your second year, but if you're interested in getting your master's, we have some great programs you could choose from.
Y'all heard the man, right? I'm only a sophomore, and they're already talking about years down the line. This is what I was looking for in the beginning. A team that actually wanted me for me, and a team that was willing to work with me on both sides of the ball like I wanted. It was a partnership and even a trade-off. And when I got there for spring training, I immediately saw what coach was talking about when it came to the hunger of that D-line. I'm getting beat to the second string QB, and it's making me even more excited to get out there on the field and really see how we handle opposing offensive lines. I don't really need to get into how I performed as a tight end. At this point, y'all already know what's going on there. First game of the season and my first game in a New Mexico State uniform, and bruh, how do I put those feelings into words? Like, I finally made it. No, it wasn't the best program in the nation or a Power 5 school, but you know what it was? It was a D1, and I knew I had the potential to be great, and this was my time to prove that. Now, I'm not sure what happened to the weather, but it's raining now, which means I have to lock in. Finding some space in the defense, getting us closer to scoring our first tutty of the season. I didn't realize how reliant this offense was on me because the next play, QB saw me trying to get open and threw a premature ball that was picked off, and now this was a horrible way to start the season instead of the dream touchdown. These are my first reps on defense, and late in the second, I come up with a great assisted tackle to hold Central Michigan to a 3rd and 10. They would go on to score on that drive, but with 35 seconds left in the half, I come down with a clutch play to get the first and stop the clock. Then from the 35 with 12 seconds left, QB places a perfect pass over 2 defenders that I come down with for my first touchdown as an Aggie and my first career touchdown at a D1 school. Hit them boys with the Heisman pose and sent them goofies on their way. Truth be told, this is what they brought me here for. 12-yard pop-out route that gets me open. Then I juke 2 defenders, really turning up the team with the 2-minute warning coming into play. Team has gotten us to the 22-yard line, and I'm back in to drive it home. Offensive line holds up long enough for me to make a play, and I do just that, coming down with my second tutty of the game, tying this game up. But it wasn't enough as we give up 3 on defense for the game. I had 116 in the air for 2 touchdowns, 1 tackle, and that was a TFL. This is not the way I wanted to start my season on defense in the last game, but coming in against UTEP on offense, I got to go ahead, getting us our first down and some. The guys get us down to the 6-yard line, easy 4-step drop, and I walk into the end zone, easy play. Now back in a second, we gave up a touchdown, but I'm ready to get back. I'm too good on offense, and I guess that cockiness got to my head because I'm celebrating before I get into the end zone, and I fumbled the ball. UTEP recovers it, and now I've given these goofies a chance to win this game. But it's okay though. We played great defense, and now it's my time to make sure we secure this win. Tiptoeing to catch this perfect pass in the back of the end zone, and you know it's a tutty. That fumble woke me up, because just like we lost last game, we could lose this one too, and I'm not going for that. 4th and 15, coach is calling a desperation play, which is why I'm in. So I'm turning upfield. I'm not sure what the defense is on, but it's a walk-in for the tutty. And this time I lay the ball in the end zone, flexing on the UTEP defense, who really thought they had a chance against me, and I definitely let them know before heading back to the sideline. But then the worst thing possible happened. I'm providing great rushing for the team when the QB throws a prayer, and our secondary let them catch it somehow, and bro hit the Heisman pose in the end zone the way I do, mocking me. And I'm letting you know now this game is about to get heated. But I'm trying to make this an ESPN classic. QB tosses one up in double coverage, and I'm coming down with it. Nah, I'm really like that. I had to talk my shit. Down at the 13, these goofies leaving me open? Yeah, let me get that. Easy touchdown. Like I really do this. Just because they at the D1 level don't mean they better than me. And they gotta feel that now. But now is my time on defense. 2nd and 10. QB trying to make a way, but he turns right into me and I take him down. I'm providing that same pressure on the edge and make the QB throw a bad ball. It's a pick for the defense. And I'm doing my job whether it's a sack or not. And it's a pick 6 too? Yeah. Heisman definitely in my future. And that's how the game ends. 224 yards in the air, 4 tutties, a game-changing sack. I'm feeling good today. Memphis this week, after our first win of the season, getting the game started with a 19-yard gain on my first play. Down at the 5-yard line, coach calls the passing play. QB squeezes the ball in for a tutty, and you know I'm back on my Heisman campaign. The guys got us down to the 16, and coach is looking to me to score. I got 3 people chasing me, but I got a couple of steps on all of them. Count it up. 2nd touchdown of the game, and it's before half. Now, coach wants more points on the board, though. I'm on a streak, and they just can't keep up with me. Passes thrown great, and I come down with it. Coach also realized that the middle of the field is their weakest, and that means I'm getting a hat trick before halftime, and the Heisman voters gotta have me on their radar after this game. Here's another example of the rushing pressure I provide, forcing the QB to get rid of the ball right into the hands of our secondary for a pick. In this game, that's already a L for Memphis. 2nd and 5 from the 16, we're targeting the weak Memphis defense, and that's another one. Time to have fun on defense. I end up in the backfield with my teammate, and we do the QB something dirty. Easy one. The QB doesn't want to get hit again, and the pressure off the edge forces him to throw another pick, and we're looking unstoppable in this game. Running the clock out, coach calls a pass play, and I'm thinking, why not? Another touchdown in this game, and we need to warm the bus up because this Memphis crowd is ready to riot. $203 yards, 5 touchdowns, half a sack, and a few tackles for a loss is how I end this game. Rivalry game against New Mexico. Here I am, starting the game with a 40-yard catch, getting the guys down to the 5-yard line. I come back in on 2nd down, easy 3-step drop for the tutty, pick it right back up where I left off in the Memphis game. 4th and goal, and I'm back in the game. At this point, just call me Mr. Touchdown, man. Because when it's time, I'll always make a way. Outrunning my defender for the touchdown. Too easy. Look at me on defense, though. Hit that lineman with a crazy move, getting the stop on 3rd down, and it's looking like this was going to be a big game for me. Back on offense, I'm just running past the defenders. Perfect ball. I'm catching on the sideline. Big play, even better catch. The play right after that, you think they will lock in on me, but instead they give up another deep pass, this time for a touchdown. At this point, just forfeit the game. And it was honestly over before it started. 157 yards for 3 tutties, 2 TFLs, 2 sacks. Well, I haven't been to Georgia since high school, but I'm back at Kennesaw State, getting a nice catch across the middle of the field. You ask yourself why they continue to leave me open, and I have no idea. But you can go ahead and count it up. Easy play, great results. But our secondary was really selling us. No matter how much pressure I was providing, we were getting destroyed in the air as we give up the tying touchdown with 1 minute left in the game. We went 3 and out on offense, so I'm back on defense, hoping to get a stop. Assisted tackle here for a loss, and we stopped the clock, which ended up being great strategy from the coaches as we hold them to a field goal with less than a minute to make something shake. 26 seconds left and counting. Coach finally puts me in. I know my job is simple. They play man for whatever reason, but I'm too strong. Get my man off me, and I force my way into the end zone for the game-saving touchdown that had them boys' heads hanging because they couldn't believe they let that happen this late in the game. Not double-teaming me is about to become a sin, and I was going to make sure it was law. But that was that. 107 in the air, 2 tutties, 4 tackles, 2 for a loss, 1 sack. And that was the growing trend for me. So much so that I randomly found my way into the Heisman list. This was all I needed to get turned up. I cannot lie. And that just meant every game I had to go out there and do my best to stay on that list and even move up the list. I had to dominate the Conference USA on defense and offense every chance I got. I'm talking about getting sacks, then coming in on offense and making impossible catches that would make voters consider that I'm better than the guys making the passes. And y'all know the way my mind thinks, I'm already that guy on offense. So on defense, I had to stay locked in, getting crucial sacks in a game we were losing at the time, just so we had a chance to score on the other end. And I didn't quit. Getting a diving sack on third down to drive them further back, and my drive during this part of the season was unmatched. I'm getting Conference USA Defensive Players of the Week off of my efforts, and life was looking great for me on and off the field. It was looking as if I had the Heisman Trophy sold up. Conference USA Championship against Middle Tennessee, and I know I need to show up for this game, as this will be my final push to actually winning the Heisman Trophy. The amount of pressure I'm feeling in this game, I don't have words for it, but I'm going to do better than my best to lock it in. 2nd and 5 from the 6, dangerous pass from the QB, but I catch it in stride, and I get caught at the 37-yard line. We definitely talking trash this game. 3rd and 5, damn near the same route and the same results, getting us in the red zone, and we're still taking jabs at each other. Secondary is not liking how I'm carving them up, but that's too damn bad. From the 12, I get a lot of space, dragging my foot for the touchdown, and it ain't no need to even review the play because I know I'm like that. On defense, though, I'm using my speed to chase down the running back for a loss on the assisted tackle. Surprise, surprise, I'm open across the middle of the field yet again, picking up big yards for the team. We only came away with 3 on that play, but on this next drive, I'm cashing in for the tutty, easy points on the board, easy touchdown for me. Back on defense, and I'm locked in, staying at home, getting off the block, easy TFL. Defense got a pick, and we're on the 8. I'm turning on the jets off the line. I get the catch, then turn on the afterburners that helps me walk into the end zone for a 92-yard touchdown. And I know Middle Tennessee is feeling the defeat after this one. Back on defense, 2nd and 10, I'm flying off the line. QB has nowhere to go, and I make him pay. Big sack for a major loss on the play, and I can't do nothing but hit my dance on them fools. And right after that, they go for the run, and I wanted the safety, but instead I just get the big hit, and bro crumbles right after stepping out the end zone. I would go on to score 2 more touchdowns. One was a beautiful ball thrown over the top at the edge of the end zone that I caught effortlessly, and the second was a nice pass on the opposite side of the field, leaving the defense to chase me in. Big championship game for me and the guys. I'm pulling in 289 yards for 5 touchdowns, 3 TFLs, some sacks, and that conference trophy. But then we got some bittersweet news. We were invited to play for the national championship, but the team we would be facing in the first round was Miami. Then I got the worst news possible. I didn't win the Heisman Trophy. I got beat out by a bunch of QBs that I don't think had a better season than me. It is what it is. I just needed to win this championship, no matter how tough the road was going to be. And from the looks of it, we were going to get a fighting chance as I get the first touchdown for us late in the 3rd quarter. Then in the 4th, QB catches me on a streak for another touchdown that has the Miami fans in disbelief. We actually end up beating Miami in overtime, and we get to move on. But I put up 137 yards for 2 touchdowns with 3 tackles, 2 for loss, and half a sack. But this next game was against Kansas State. It really made me think about my entire career and how I wanted to be remembered in college football. I didn't win the Heisman this year, but I was excelling on both sides of the ball. Like, if I really locked in, I could possibly be the greatest of all time. Like, look at this play. I'm getting wide open and no one is around me or even paid attention to me, and that's an easy touchdown. But our secondary was really making this game seem like we couldn't compete, as the homie and I come up with a big sack on 4th down to make K-State give the ball up with only minutes left in the game. 52 seconds left in the game, and we're trying to put up a score to make this game look decent. What a pass to me, getting us to the 10-yard line. And where was all of this earlier? Like, I know I'm that guy, but do I have to do everything for the team? I know I have the best hands on the team, probably in the nation, and I get open easily, but I need more weapons all around. Touchdown here, and possibly the last time I get to hit the Heisman this season, as we lose this game by 7, but it hurt a lot more than that to know I did everything I could to make sure we won this game. But like I've been saying, and like my pops has been saying, it is what it is. I definitely set some school records though. 1,656 yards and 28 touchdowns that season. On defense, 28 tackles, 19 TFLs, and 11 sacks. If my career isn't looking up, I don't know what y'all are seeing. I'm hopping in this transfer portal right now, and I'll see y'all in the next episode with my decision, because I got a lot of options.